Hello and welcome. You have found lesson 1.10. And today we're going to be talking about what are called customary units of length. You know them as feet and inches and yards. And so we'll start off today with this math message that says, would a toddler, right, a toddler, like a little 2-year-old, be closer to 2 feet tall or 2 yards tall? So think about that for a moment. And as we think about these things, right, a foot, that's the ruler that you have with you or in your desk, right? But however, a yard, what we're going to remember and learn today is that a yard is worth 3 feet, right? So 2 yards is going to actually be 6 feet tall. So our toddler is going to be closer to 2 feet tall. Now, we also can think about feet and inches. So here's another one for you to think about. Would a fourth grader be closer to 4 feet tall or 48 inches tall? Think about that for a moment. And that's a little bit of a trick question because 4 feet, right? If each foot is 12 inches, like it is on your ruler, right? Your ruler has 12 inches on it. Four of those groups of 12 would be 48. And so if you answered either one, you're correct, right? 4 feet and 48 inches are the same. And so, what we're going to talk about today, these two key ideas. Your ruler is 12 inches, which equals 1 foot. So it's 1 foot from the beginning of your ruler to the end of your ruler. Key ID number two is that three rulers connected together, right? If we put these connected together, they equal 1 yard. And 1 yard equals 3 feet. Right? And you are welcome to read about this in your SRB. There's a section about these customary units. All right, so we have these measurement scales that we're going to have not just in this lesson, but in lots of lessons. They're good visuals to help us out. It says, how could we have used this measurement scale to determine if a toddler was 2 feet tall or 2 yards tall? So what we can do with these measurement scales is look, right? So here's feet, and here's, excuse me, here's feet as well on the bottom, right? So here's 2 feet and here's 2 yards. Okay? And so what we can see is that 2 yards, like I said earlier, is equal to 6 feet. And this measurement scale will help us to kind of make some of these conversions and decide some things that make sense. And you'll see some examples of that in just a moment here. Our objective today is to convert yards, feet, and inches. And we're going to work with this measurement standard about changing larger units into smaller units within a system of measurement. All right, we've got this hippo guy. If the length of a hippo is 3 yards, how could we use the measurement scale to determine the length in feet? So I'm going to look here. I see the yards are on top. This top scale right here is yards and feet. So that's the one that I want. This one down here is feet and inches. I don't want that for this problem. So 3 yards. Yards are on the top. So here's 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. And I can see that 3 yards is worth 9 feet. So my answer would be 9. If the length of a coyote is about 3 feet, notice 3 feet, how can we use the measurement scale to determine the length in inches? So now I want feet and inches. That's the second scale. So I don't want this top scale. The coyote is about 3 feet. So I found 3 feet right here. And I can see that the answer is 36 inches. So I can use these measurement scales to help me. All right, what about this? The length of a car is about 16 feet. How can we use the measurement scale to determine the length in inches? So again, I want feet and inches, not yards and feet. So I'm going to go to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Uh-oh, it's not on here. Well, so let's do some problem solving here. What do you think we could do to try to figure out this car being 6 feet long, but the scale only goes up to 9? What could we do? Well, there's lots of things we could do, right? We need to think about, well, what would equal 16? So 8 plus 8 would equal 16, so I could double this. One other thing, if you can think about what would be here, 10, and 108 plus 12 more would give me 120. right? And then if I wanted to make 16, I could use this 120 and add this, the 72, 120 plus 72. Those would equal 16 feet, right? The amount of inches that equals 16 feet. So you might have to kind of use, sometimes it'll go off the chart and you'll have to piece this together a little bit. Okay. All right. Now, this math journal page, I'm going to show you this first, and then I want to show you one other thing. So on these math journal pages, it's going to show you how many feet, and then you're going to change that to inches. So 2 feet, you'll look up here, and you'll write 24 inches right in that spot. Now, there's also some word problems. So let's do an example as we work towards this goal today. Here we have a word problem that goes with this. Both a hippo and a polar bear reach a length of about 3 yards. What is the combined length of both animals? Well, let's see. Combined. So they're each about 3 yards. So 3 plus 3 is going to be 6. So my answer is 6 yards or 18 feet. Okay, so we had to use the key words here. With the word combined, we wanted to put those together to get our answer. Here's one for you to try and look at. A giant river otter can grow to be 6 feet long. A sea otter is 4 feet long. What is the difference in length between these two animals? So take a moment and decide what you think there. Key information here, right? 6 feet long for the river otter. The sea otter is 4 feet long. And the difference, when we find the difference, that is always subtract. So we have one that is 6 feet minus one that is 4 feet. And our answer is going to be 2 feet. And I don't think we have the right scale on here. So let's go back and look at this scale. 2 feet. There's 2 feet. And actually, I already have it circled from the previous problem. 2 feet is going to be 24 inches. So our answer, if it asks for inches, would be 24. Our answer in feet would be 2 feet of a difference. Okay. So now that page in your math journal looks like this. Okay. So you've got word problems that go with yards and feet, and you can use the measurement scales to help solve those problems. All right. That is all. Our goal today was to convert yards, feet, and inches. If you need help, please reach out to me, and good luck.